Done. This task will perform the this one activity. Correct? Now see, we already discussed about the lab number 8. We already demonstrated the control statement. Am I correct? We already defined the control statement and the looping statement. Now we are going to discuss about the function. We done with the loop. And we already performed this one. Write a program to randomly. And already done with this one also. Each element in the reverse. So what happened? We display this one into the reverse order. Now then we are going to learn about the two statement, break and the continue. So what is the use of the break statement? What is the use of break statement? It will stop the entire iteration. What is the continue? It will stop the iteration only for the once. Now see what happened? Open your loop. Open the loop file. So in the loop file, suppose I am saying here, I am taking here for I in range. What I am saying, range 10. Getting my point? What I am saying here, range 10. And now what I am saying here, if. What I am saying here, if I equal to 5. What I am saying, if I equal to 5, I want to break the colon. I want to break the loop. Got it? Otherwise, I am printing hello. I am printing here I. Everyone got it? So what will be the output here? What will be the output? Initially what we get, I equal to 0. Am I correct? It will check 0 equal to 5. No. So whatever it will print the I equal to 0. Again it will check second time. What is I now? 1. It will print the 1. Then again 2. It will again print the 2 up to the 5. So now it will, here we get the 3, 4 and 5. Now it will check I equal to 5. So what will be happen? Condition will become the true. And what happen? It will break the entire loop iteration. So what we get the output? We get the output up to the 4 only. Getting my point? Now you can execute this one. See what we get? We get up to the 4. So what is use of the break statement? Break. It will stop all iteration. Means we can say directly it will break the loop. Directly it will break the loop. It will break the loop. Got it? This is about the break statement. Everyone got it? Now then, what we have? We have a continue. So what is a continue? I will explain here only. So if we write down the continue, what will be happen? It will break the only single iteration. It will break, or we can say it will stop only single iteration. इसे हम कहेंगे pause the loop, not a break the loop. Are you getting my point? So now here what happens? See, now if we get here 5, what will happen? He will not execute the particular 5. Getting my point? Again, you need to execute the 6, 7, 8 and 9. Are you getting my point? Now you can execute one, continue. See, what you are getting? You are not getting anything. Everyone getting my point? So continue only, stop the iteration only for the one time or for the one execution. Break entirely, stop the all iterations. Write down this one directly here only. Now, given a list string, write a program that check the list contain a empty string. If does not print list contain empty string, otherwise print no empty string found. Write a program to repeatedly ask the user input number until the input negative number, print the total count of the number. I think this is not on the break. Okay. Everyone got this one? Now suppose I am writing here for I in range suppose 20. Okay, and now I am writing here if I suppose I am writing here print. What I am writing here print I. Okay, and now I am writing here if I equal to 5, and then if I equal to 5, and then what I am saying here again print I. Print I, break the loop. Break the loop. Okay, and now suppose here again I am writing here print. What I am writing here I. What will be happen? Anyone? What will get the output? Suppose I'm writing here after, before, and this one I'm writing here after, or we can say end, and this one we can say start. So what we get the output? Anyone? If 5 is more, I will take the 3. What will get the output? Anyone? Start, end, again, C. First one, what is the value? 0. Start, and end also we get the first one, start, end. Second time, what happen again? Start, and again, end. Then, third time, what we get? Start, and second we get end. Now, then what we get? Start. And then what is the output? What will get the break the loop on I equal to 3. And what will get the this one output? No. Because after the break, if we execute the break, the entire execution will be stopped. You can see this one. See what happened? Start, 0 end, 1 start, 1 end, 2 start, 2 end, 3 start, and what happened? Break the loop and directly. Oh, sorry. We need to write down the break. We did not write down the break keyword. Now see. Then after that, it will break the loop. Got it? 3 star, and what we did not get? 3 end. What we did not get? 3 end. Now instead of the break, suppose I am writing here continue. Now what we get the output? Anyone? What we get the output? What we get the output? 0 start, end, then again 1 start, end, 2 start, end, then 3 start, and what we get? We get the 3 end. We get the 3 end. No. What we get? We did not get the 3 end. Directly we get the 4 start and 4 end. It will stop the iteration for the one time. But after he take the continue. See what happened? 3 start, and directly we break the loop, and we did not get the 3 end. Am I correct? Directly we get the 4 start and 4 end. Directly we get the 4 start and 4 end. So it will break the loop and continue. It will be pause the loop for the one iteration.
Welcome to the Data-Driven Organizations module. This module introduces how modern organizations use data and data science to make decisions. The introduction section describes the content of this module. The module introduces a basic vocabulary for talking about data-driven decision-making. You'll learn to distinguish data analytics from artificial intelligence and machine learning, or AI/ML, and describe how they all support data-driven decisions. You'll be able to identify the layers of a data pipeline and the actions that are taken on data as it passes through the pipeline. You'll be able to list the types of work that a data engineer or data scientist do when building out a data pipeline infrastructure. And finally, you'll be able to talk about 3 strategies for building modern data infrastructures in a data-driven organization. The objectives of this module are presented across multiple sections. Each section will be presented in its own video. The module wraps up with a sample exam question.
Done.
This section introduces modern approaches to making data-driven decisions. According to Gartner, through 2026, organizations will accelerate their investments in data and analytic services by 45% to become more data-driven.
Isn't done?
So what does it look like to be data-driven? When it comes
Now
to
we
decisions
will
in your life, you decide
start
where to
the
eat or where to live. You probably use a mobile app that gives you personalized recommendations.
next
20 years ago, you would have relied on options
function in a Python.
comparing information from websites. But now,
Isn't
you can
done?
apps to support large and small decisions.
So what is the use
Those
of
apps
the
use data science to
function?
analyze available data sets, find insights, and suggest possible decisions to you. Like you,
If I want to execute the one particular task, then what happens? We call the function. So what is the function? Function is the block of code that define with the name. So if I have to define the function, which keyword we use? We use the DEF keyword. What we use? DEF keyword. So now see, in a function, we can able to pass the parameters. Are you getting my point? And at the calling of the function, we give the argument. So now directly we can write down the function, create the one for file, function dot ipynb, function dot ipynb. Now if you want to write down the, suppose see what I am doing, addition of the two number, num1 equal to 10 and then num2 equal to 20, and then what we do, sum equal to
the business problem
num1
should drive the pipeline
plus
design.
num2, num1 plus num2. Am I correct? And what we do, we will make the print. We'll make the print
their answers
sum.
and design as they learn.
Am I correct? Now we doing this one without creating the function. So now what happened? If I want to call this one multiple times, we can create the function. So what I'm writing here, def, and now suppose I'm writing function addition. What I'm doing, I'm creating the function addition
by finding new values
then
in data,
colon,
AI,
and now suppose in a function I'm writing num equal to 10 and then num2 equal to 20, and now what I'm writing here, sum equal to num1 plus num2.
This section summarizes
Got
what
it?
you've learned
And now what I'm saying here,
module,
print.
the content resources
Print
page of the
sum.
course includes links to additional resources
So what I'm
that
doing,
are related to this.
I'm just creating the one
Thanks
function and I'm executing the function. Getting my point? But we are getting any output? No. When we get the output, when we call the function. So what happened? This is the one particular block. We created the block. Now where I want to use the function, that time I will call the function. Getting my point? Now how to call the function? Using function name. See, now suppose I am writing here addition. What will we get? This one we are calling the function creation, and this is the function calling. So if I execute, what we get the output? 30. What we get output? 30. So now, what is the function? What is the function? Function, we can say it is the block of code that execute when we call. Getting my point? So this is the one block of code that will execute when we call. So इसे हम कहेंगे, we will call, this one is the function calling, function call. What we say? Function call. Everyone got it? Everyone done? Write down this code. How to define the function using def keyword. Now just create the function that will say welcome in a kite college. Create the function. How can you create the function? Create a function that we can say welcome in a kite college. Everyone got it? Everyone done with the done? Now so I want to create the function. What I'm writing here? def. What I'm writing function? Welcome message. I can give the name as the welcome message. Then what I'm writing here? Print. Print. What? Welcome in kite college. Now this one is the function creation. When we execute the function, when we call this one. So what I'm doing? I am calling the function welcome message. So what we get the output? We get the output welcome in a kite college. Everyone done? So how we call the function? Using the function name. How we define the function? Using the def keyword. So defining what available? Def keyword. This is the function name and this is the body of function. Now we are doing the addition. Am I correct? Now each and every time we will take only 10 and 20. No, we will take the different one. So that time, if you are creating this one, that time we pass the variable as the parameter. Are you getting my point? Now what I am doing? We are
Welcome to
passing
means understanding the
variable as parameter, or we can say param. So what I am writing here? Div. So what I am writing here? Function add. And now what happened? I am adding the suppose num1. This is the first parameter. Just try to understood this thing. Num1 comma what I am writing here? Num2. This we call parameter passing. Got it? Now what I am writing here? Sum. Sum equal to num1 plus num2. And then print. And then print. What print? Sum. Got it? Got it? We pass the parameter. Always we pass the variable name as a parameter at the time of the function creation. So now for addition we have any parameter? No. So this is the what we call method without parameter, and this is the method with parameter. Got it? Now if I want to call this one, what we need to do? We need to pass the argument. Suppose C. What happens? We need to pass the arguments. What we need to pass? Argument. What I am doing? Add. What is the argument? Value 10, comma 30. Got it? So now for the addition what we get? 13. For this one what we get? 40. See. Getting my point? So what we are doing here? We are calling the function. Calling function call with argument, function call with argument. Got it?
It's also critical that you put governance in place to maintain the trustworthiness and accuracy of your data.
See, always at the time of the creating, we'll pass the parameter one time,
and can be stored
but
and
we are able
processed at a slower
to
pace.
give the n number of the argument. Suppose I am writing here add
against the
what 10 comma 20,
accuracy of the answer.
then 20 comma 30. What we get here answer? Now we are passing the argument. Here we pass the argument. Which argument? Int. Now here what we pass argument? Float. It will accept. Yes, it will be the accept. See.
This section
What we
discusses
get?
the variety of data and structured
30.5.
data on the
Now,
island is very
what I'm doing, add.
more difficult to work
I'm
with.
adding the suppose 20,
Most of the data growth in recent years is of the
comma
unstructured type.
50.5. So what we are passing? First one int and second one float. So what we get the output? What we get the output? Float only. Are you getting my point? Now see. What we get? Float. So we are able to pass the any argument. Suppose I am writing here add. Suppose I am writing here add Rishi, then comma add Bahure. What will be happening here? Both are the what argument? String. Am I correct? So now it will perform the addition. No. What? Concatenation. Am I correct? What we get? Concat. Are you getting my point?
This section discusses
Now,
considerations
suppose
for data
I am
production
writing here
and its
add.
impact on
I am
value.
writing here first
It might-
name
For each
Rishi
data source,
and
you
then
need
I
to
am
discover
passing
its
the
veracity,
30.
clean
So
and
what will be
transform what
happen?
you can to
What
improve it,
we have
and then
here?
prevent unwanted changes
One
after you have cleaned it.
string and then one int. What we get here? Rishi 30. What we get here? Error. Why? Because see, we are kind only concatenate the string with the string. Correct? String, we are able to add the string or number? No. So here what happens
This
if
section
I am
discusses
writing 30
considerations for data
into the double
veracity and
quotation.
its
Now
impact
30
on
become
value.
string. Am I
Let's
correct?
look
Now what
briefly
we
at the
get? Rishi
activities that you
30.
might added values.
Got it?
This supports future insights and makes
Everyone
it
got
easier
it?
to find errors.
So if we write down this
To
one,
protect
what
your
we
cleaned
get?
data,
Error.
your
Just write down these
organization
all
should
things.
implement processes and governance
What we
strategies
get?
to
Error.
manage the data in your systems. Resources that are related to this module. Thanks for watching.
Done? Done? Now how many arguments we passed? We passed the 2. Suppose we can able to pass the 1, 2, 3 as per your convenience. Suppose I am passing here third one. So what happened? We need to pass. If I am writing the parameter third, So then what happens? We need to pass the third one parameter. Otherwise what we get? We get the error. See. What happened? See. What happened? I am passing the num1, num2, num3 and now I am just accepting the one argument only. But if I am writing here plus num3, then what happened? We will get the error. Because where is the? See. What we are getting? How many argument here? 3. And what I am passing only? 2. Am I correct? So if I am taking the 3, then we need to pass the how many? 3. You can see here comma I am writing 40. So now we will get the this one will be execute and here will be get the error. You can see this one is execute and what we get? We get the error here. Why? Because we are passing only how many argument? 3. 2. Got it? I am just removing this one. You can just understood, try and understood this one. I am removing the num3 also. Done. Everyone done? Now see. Now I am defining the function date. Suppose I am writing here name. Or we can say welcome. I am writing here welcome. And now I am passing here suppose name. What I am saying? I am passing the name. And now I am writing here print. What I am writing here print. Welcome at. Then I am writing here name. What I am writing here name. What I am doing? Execute this one. Now at the time of the calling, what I can do? Welcome and pass the name. Suppose kite. What I am doing? I am passing the, I think we take the markdown. We need to take the Python.
Module wraps
What
up with a
happened?
sample example.
Welcome. What welcome? Suppose I am writing here kite. So what we get the output? Welcome at kite. Got it? What we get? Welcome at kite.
Characteristics of the data that you need to process.
No internet? Share. Not connected.
Being generated. Modern data architectures will continue to use different types of data stores to
Everyone
provide
done?
the best fit for each use case. But they need to find a way to unify disparate sources to maintain a single source of truth.
Suppose I want to give the two names. What I am writing here? Name 1 and name 2. So what I am writing here? Welcome at welcome. So I am writing here welcome name 1 comma name 2. So what I am passing the argument then? Welcome. Suppose Rishi
S3 provides the data
and
lake.
second argument
AWS
suppose
helps
Shyam.
provide seamless access.
Now you can execute this one. First one execute this one. And now execute. What we get? We get the welcome Rishi Shyam. Got it? Everyone got it? Now what I am doing? I'm just
The next
trying to do the welcome for the two people. That's why what I take, I take the parameter two
Data within the
parameter.
lake is segmented
Correct?
into zones to represent different states of processing.
Now suppose I want to welcome to the three peoples. What do we need to take? Three parameters. Am I correct? Now suppose I have to take the four. Suppose I want to take the welcome for the three. What we take? Name one, name two, name three. And what I'm saying here, name.
This section continues the supports three
What I'm
analysis
saying here,
interactive SQL queries, BI dashboards, and ML.
name three. And now what I'm doing, Sham and then supports Mohan. So what we get output? Run this one code first and then run this one. Got it? Now if I want to take the 4, so now see, if we are not aware about that, how many we need to take? That time what we can do? We can take the star. You are getting my point? See what I'm doing? I'm just making this one hash. Now instead of this one, what we can use? Def and then welcome. Now welcome, we take the star.
For additional processing.
Star means for the multiple arguments. What I'm writing here? Names. What I'm writing here? Names. And now I'm displaying the names. Getting this one? Now execute this one and now try to execute this one. Are you getting my point? Getting my point? See, here what I am doing, I am performing the addition on the two number. Am I correct? That way I have passed the two number and at the time of the calling what I am doing, add 10, 30. Correct? Now suppose I want to take the three numbers. I will insert a three number and I will call the three numbers. If I want to do the 4, then we will insert the 4. Same here. What I am doing, I want to call the only name 1. I am inserting the name 1. I want to call the name 2. That's why I am inserting the name 2. So what is the use of the star? We are able to take the multiple name. If you take the one name also, they will give the output, no issue. They will give the output, you can see. What we get? Welcome, Rishi. Got it? If you call the welcome with the two name, they will give the output, no issue. Why? Because we pass the star. What we pass? Star or star parameter. Getting my point? So means indirectly we are passing the list tuple. Getting my point? See, this is the tuple. I hope everyone understood. Write down this thing. Done. Now we are going to learn about the return type. What we are going to learn? Return type. So now suppose I am writing here method. Define. I am writing here welcome. What I am doing? Welcome. And now I am writing here print. Print means if function is not returning any value, That we call the wide method. What we call wide method. Suppose I am writing here define. What I am writing here define and define. Suppose subtraction. And now what I am writing here num1 comma num2. Getting my point? What I am writing here num1 comma num2. And now what I am doing? I am writing here suppose answer equal to num1 minus num2. What I am writing here num1 minus num2. Getting this one point? Now what happened? It is returning anything?
This module.
No, we
Thanks
don't
for
have a return keyword. That's why what we write down print. What we write down print. So what I am writing here print. Print answer. Got it? So if we call this function, so what we can do? Sub 20 comma 10. What we get here answer? What we get answer 10. Because we are printing the value. Write down this one. We are printing the value. Attendance? I will take on the 3:30. I think morning already took someone. How many time you take the attendance? Okay, we'll take on the 3:30 now. Okay, take. Everyone done? Now this one is it is not returning the any value. So if, now see same function, if returning the any value, that we call the return function. Return, so what I am writing here, if function return value, it will call return function. It will call return function. And it will consist the return keyword. Return keyword. So now what I am writing DEF. And now I am writing here multiplication. What I am doing? Num1 and num2. And now what I am doing? C. I am doing the answer equal to num1 star num2. Now I am not going to write down the print. I am going to write down the return. What I am writing? Return answer. What I am saying? Return answer. And now if we call this one, now 10 comma 20. See, there is any print function? Without print, it is printing the answer. Why? Because we have a return keyword. So return keyword will return the value. Write down both. Write down both. First one what happened? Wide method. And then what we have? Return method. This one is the wide method. And this one is the return method. Everyone done? What happened in the function? If I am writing a return keyword, that will return the value. Got it? Now write a program. Write a program. It will take
Sample exam
what?
question.
Take num1 and num2 as argument. And then it will return. It will take the argument
Sources. A key
num1
aspect
and
of a
num2
data
as the
security
argument
plan is
of
to secure data at
function
rest and data in
and
transit. Logging and
will
monitoring can assist your organization to
return.
maintain
Will
compliance
return
with local laws
addition.
and regulations.
Then what happened? And it will return the addition, comma, multiplication, okay, and then
Compliance with the source system's
subtraction.
classification policies. Ensure the
Right
environment is
transition program.
accessible with the least permissions necessary. Automate auditing of environment changes and alert in case of abnormal environment access. This section is enabled an audit for anomalous data access events. Resources for individual AWS services beyond Amazon EC2.
Do this one. Write down the program. Here you take the two value from the user. At that
You can
value
use
only you need to
CloudFormation to
pass
automate
to the
AWS
which one
resource
function,
and pipeline
addition
provisioning.
function, multiplication and subtraction function as the argument.
On
What do you need to do?
is the recommended method.
First
for
one, you
automated
need to
scaling.
define the functions. What functions? Define addition. What I'm doing? Define addition num1, then num2. Correct? Then what happened? It will return. It will return the addition.
That are related
So
to
how
this
can we return the
module.
addition?
Thanks for watching.
If you want to do the sum, answer equal to what? Num1 plus num2 and return what? Addition is answer. Got it? First one function, second one function, what I want? What I want second one function? Multiplication, or we can say multi, num1 star, num2, and then what I am writing here? Multiplication is equal to answer. Then what is the third one? What is the third one? Subtraction. Num1 minus num2. Then subtraction. Answer. Now what do we get? We get the three functions. Now what I am saying? Take the two numbers. Suppose I am writing here number 1 equal to what? Int, and then input. Input what? Enter first number, then number 2. What I am writing? Suppose int input. What input? Enter second number. Got it? Now what happened? We need to call the functions. First one, what I am calling? Addition. What I am calling? Addition. What I am passing here? Number 1, comma, what? Number 2. Then what I am calling? Multi. What I am passing? Number 1, comma, number 2. Then what I am calling? Subtraction. What I am writing here? Number 1, comma, number 2. Got it? So what will be happen? We will take the suppose number 1 here and number 2 1. It will be get into the function call. And now what happen? Number 1 will become the num1 and number 2 is going to the num2. Got it? So they will perform the multiples of addition. First one, write down this one what we call function define. What are we doing? We are define a functions. Defining a function. First one do for function defining. First one do the function defining. Then what we call this one? What we call function call. Am I correct? Now execute this one. Enter the 10 and enter the 20. You will get the why only subtraction? Okay. Now 10 and 20. What we get here? Addition. Am I correct? I think it is overwritten. We need to define the class. We will discuss that later. Then multi. Number 1 comma number 2. So what we get? Multiplication. Coming. It is overriding. Further, we need to define the class. We'll discuss that into the object. Okay, at a time we are able to call the only one function. So I can do the one thing for the some time. I'm just removing this one, create this one function, and then call this one function. What? Suppose 20 and then 70. What we get here? 99. Write down this one program. Everyone done? Everyone done? So now what happened? If I want to define the function, what we need to do? df, using the df keyword, we write down the function name, and this one is the body. We write down the body. It will be return the some value. If it's not going to return, what we use? Void. What we use? Print. Got it? What we use? Print. So already done with the demonstration of the Python program using the control and routing statement. We already done with the, and this is the self practice. At home, just try to execute the different kind of the control statement program. Try to print the parameter, print the star. You will get the n number of the problem onto the online. Got it? Just try to do the practice. Using the looping, try to design the pyramid, try to design the square. Are you getting my point? Try to design the box. You will get the n number of the problem. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about the file handling. So this one is the important topic. So we know. So what happened? We store the data into the file. Are you getting my point? So now in the file, what happened? If the data is available in the file, what happened? We need to open this one into the using the Python. Why? For the analysis or whatever. So if I am going to perform the operation on the file, first what happened? Suppose I have data into the Excel file. What we need to do? We need to open the file. Are you getting my point? What we use? Open method. Then we need to read the file. What is the read? So if I want to read the content of that particular file, what happens? What we need to do? We perform the read operation. Then writing. What is the writing? If you want to insert some data in a file, what we use? Writing. If I want to add some data to the file, what we use? We use the add. And last one, what? Close. So if I am dealing with the file,
Question.
what we perform? Create, Whatever what we perform, create, read, or we can say create means write, create, read, update and delete. That we call the CRUD operations. Are you getting my point? So now if I want to perform the operations, the first one, what happens in the file handling, what we are going to do, how to open the file, how to process the file, and how to close the file. Then if I want to open the file, then we use the built-in method, that is the open method. Now without wasting the time, what I can do, just close this one, and now here create one folder in the chapter 2 only. In the chapter 2, how to create the folder, just click on this folder and now give the name as the file handling. What is the name? Give the file handling.
Resources that you'll need to.
So what we have? We have a folder file handling. Getting my point? Now in the file handling, first one, create the one. What we can say? Handling dot ipynb.
Best ways to optimize.
Handling dot ipynb. What I'm doing, I am creating the handling dot ipynb. For avoiding the confusion, I am closing the VS Code and I am directly opening the this one folder. Which one? Which one? See, where is our folder? In the kites hands-on, we have a chapter 2 and in this we have file handling. I am opening this one folder only to avoid the confusion. See, what we have is the file handling. We have only ipynb. Am I correct? What we have? ipynb. Now, in this one, what I am doing, I am creating the one file. For example, demo.txt. You can just create the file demo.txt or HTML, whatever you want to create. Create the file. Demo.txt, I am writing here sample
on a timely basis
data
and monitor ongoing
for kite, Kakinada, Edunet. I am just writing any random information. Foundation, and then what happened? AICW session. Okay.
Resources that are related to this module. Thanks for watching.
Everyone done? Everyone done? Create the file. Create the txt file. Everyone know what is the txt extension means? What we get? Txt file. If I give the HTML extension, what we get? HTML file. Everyone done? Done? This one is important. In the analysis, we are going to use the file handling. Everyone done? Everyone done? Create the txt file, write down the any data as per your convenience. Random data, just we need to understand how to open the file. Got it? Now create our ipynb file. Now this is a txt file. Am I correct? This is a txt file. Now I want to open this one file into the ipynb. What you can do? Just write down the code and suppose I write down the one data variable. What I can say? I can say the file data. You can give the any name. And what is the method? Open. What is the method? Open. And in the open, we will pass the file name demo.txt. What is the file name? In the double quotation. demo.txt. Everyone done? Why I'm writing demo.txt? Why I'm writing demo.txt? Why I'm writing demo.txt? Because I want to open the which one file? Demo.txt. Everyone done? Now run this program. Select the Python kernel and now run this program. Program is executed successfully. Got it? Now means this file is open. Now what is the task? I want to read the file. What I want to do? What is the first task? Why system get hacked? So what is the task? What is the task? I want to read the file. I hope you are getting my point. So now if I want to read the file, now where is the data of the file? In a file data. Am I correct? So what I am executing? I am writing here file data dot read. What I am saying? File data dot read. See. I am getting my point. This file is open. Why we are getting this slash n? Slash n means next line. So what is your first line? Is the demo.txt sample data. Correct? Hey. Done? Done? How many students done? Yes. Simple. I am opening the demo.txt file. Got it? So now it will open the file.
And take action immediately.
Now, hey. Now, suppose I am creating the HTML file. What I am writing here, suppose index.html. What I am writing? Index.html. And now suppose I am writing the HTML code. What I am writing here, HTML code P hello in kite. This is the HTML code. Am I correct? Now I want to open this HTML file. How we can do? How we can do? How we can do? Just create the HTML file and show me how to open this one file. How we can do? How we can do? How we can do? Yes. What happened? We need to open the file. What I'm writing, suppose this is the HTML data. What I'm writing here, HTML data equal to open. Very good. What happened? Open. And what we need to pass? Index.html. Correct? And now file is open. Now I want to read the file. What happened? HTML data.read. So we are able to read the HTML data. See what we are getting? We are getting the HTML data. We are able to read the HTML data.
Simplify orchestrating.
Write down this one properly.
AWS Glue jobs.
By this way, we are able to read the file. Everyone done? Done? Now see, use the read what happened. Where we will get the all data. Suppose I want to read the file line by line. What happened? I want to read the file line by line. So what I write down there? File data dot read the line. What read line? It will execute the. It will show the first line. Are you getting my point? So what is the first line? Just 1 minute. Yeah. What is the problem? We need to close the file. So it will take the index.h. So what I'm doing? I'm just closing this one HTML data.close. Data.close. Okay. Now I'm opening the this one file and now I am reading the all file. Now I am to read the again I am writing here file slash data read line. See. Okay. Everyone got it? Everyone know how to read the file? Now see what we have. We have a demo.txt. Now I want to read all line by line. What I am doing? I am creating the one file. Suppose now we will take the py file. We are able to understand this one in the py smoothly as compared to this one. What I am writing here? File handling dot py file. So now see what happened. I want to open the file. What I am writing here? File data equal to what I am writing here? File data equal to open. What I am writing here? Open. And now I am writing the file name. What is the file name? Demo.txt. And then comma I am writing the R. R or W. W for write. Yes. I am writing here W. W for write and then R for read. If you want to read the file, what we use? R. If you want to read the W, if you want to write the file, what we write down? W. Now, I want to read the file. So what happens? What I can do? I can use what? File data file data dot read. What? File data dot read. Now you can execute this one program. What happened? I think PY file not will work here. Okay. Everyone done with the read? Everyone done with the read? Why? Everyone done with the read? Now, second task. What happened? We are going to write in the file. So now create the one file, file write dot ipynb. File write dot ipynb. Now I want to write the data in the file. So what I am doing? I am writing here file data equal to what? Open and then file name. What is the file name? Demo.txt. And now what I am writing here? A stand for append. What? A stand for append. Now, what happened? I want to write down file data. What I'm writing here? Write. And now, what I'm writing? The last line. What I'm writing here? The last line. What I'm writing here? The last line. And then close the file. Always you need to close the file. Now see, in the demo.txt, what is the last line? Session. Am I correct? Now I am going to execute this one. Select the kernel and execute this one. Now you can see what we get. What we get? The last line. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? So if I want to write down the data, what we use? Which method we use? Write. For reading, what we use? What we use? Read. What we use? Read. Write down the writing. If I want to do the writing, we need to pass the append parameter. Append. A stand for append. Now suppose I am writing W. Suppose I am writing W. Now you can tell me what is the difference between this one. Now I am writing, suppose we already closed this one file. I am writing now FD. FD means file data. What I am writing here? Open. Which file? Demo.txt and comma. What I am writing here? W. W stand for write. And now I am writing here FD equal FD dot write. And what I am writing here? Entering a new data. And then what I am writing here? FD dot close. FD dot close. Now execute this one. Now you can see in the demo what we get. What we get? Previous data got removed. And what we get? New data. So means here you need to understand the one thing. If I want to enter the data, what we use? Append. And if I have to replace the data, what we use? W. W means write. Write will erase all data and then add the new data. Now suppose, see, in a demo.txt, what we have data? Enter a new data. Now, suppose I am writing here slash n. Suppose I am writing here slash n. Slash n means new line. And now if I am executing this one, what we get? What we get? See, entering the data and the last line. Why? Why? Because what we take here? What we take here? Append. Everyone getting my point? Now, if I write down the W and what I am taking, I am executing this one. So what we get output? Previous will get vanish and only we get the entering the new data. Got it? Got it? If at the open I am writing the A stand for append and W stand for write. And if you want to read the file, we need to write down the R, but this is the optional. You can write down the R, otherwise there will be no issue. Got it? How to read the file? What we use? Read method. For writing, what we use? Write method. Write down these both things. Got it? Got it? So first one what we learn? We learn about the how to read a file. For that what we use? Read. What we use? Read. What we use? Read. See. It will read the file. Then if I want to write the things, A append and X for the write. Now I want to create a new file. You are getting my point? What happened? I want to create a new file. Everyone listen carefully. Everyone. What happened? I want to create a new file. So for that we use the X. What we use? X. Now suppose I am writing here fd1 equal to open. Open. I am giving the new file name sample.txt. We have sample.txt file here. Yes or no? No. So what happened? We are creating a new file. If you want to create a new file, what do you need to write down? X. What do you need to write down? X. We write down the X. Am I correct? And now after that, fd1. What I am writing here? Write. What I am writing here? Write. The new file created with data. Now you can execute this one. See. What do you get now here? What do you get? What do you get? Sample file. Am I correct? Always. See. Again I am deleting this one file. I am deleting this one file. Okay. Now what I am doing? Delete permanently. This file is open, that's why it will not delete. Okay. Okay. Leave it. I am creating here we have sample file. Now I am creating sample one file. Got it? I am creating the sample one file and I am adding this one data, the new file created, and then I am closing the data. fd1 dot close. Always you need to close the file. Execute this one. Now what do you get? See, what do you get? Sample one file. What is the data? The new file created with data. Got it? How to create the file? If I want to update the file, what we use? A. If I want to replace the data, what we use? W. If I want to create a new file, what we use? X. X means execute. Got it? Got it? What happened? You need to close the file now. If you write down the file now, you always need to close the file. Where is the file? Did you create the file? Then what happened? Just go in this one browser. Okay, here just create the new file now. Then you will get the file now. Okay, don't create the file. Here see. What happened? Now I want to create the file. So what I'm writing here? Demo.txt. Double quotation. What I'm writing here? X. What I'm taking here? X for creating the new file. Where is colon? Okay. Now file data dot. We go write file data write adding data and now file data dot loads. Got it? Now you will create the file and then in that demo.txt. Why this is not working? See, file is created. Okay, now just you can go here. Okay, file is created. Which one? Demo.txt. Where is the folder? Where are you writing the code? You are writing the code in the wrong path, na? Where is the path? What I say, you need to open this one into the. You are writing this one data into the, I think, C drive program files. What I said, you open the Jupyter where you need to open the Jupyter, where you open the Jupyter, you open the Jupyter in the wrong admin, na? That's why your all data going into admin text. Where is the C drive? Where is the admin? Users. All data is coming here only. See, getting demo file. You need to open this one. Console say you need to open into that hands-on. Got it? Everyone done? Now that just do the one task. Just do the one task. What is the task? Write a program, create file, information, info, create a file, info.txt, and in this one add your name, then what? Name, city and college. Do this one and then what happened? Read the file. Just do this one. Everyone do this task. Everyone do this task. Write a program, create a file, info.txt. Info.txt. In that, add the data, name, city and college, and read the file. Do this one. Do this one. Do the task. Do this program. Do this one program. Which file you need to create? Info.txt. If you want to create, then what do you need to use? X. Now see what I'm doing. I'm creating the file. What happened? Suppose I'm writing here info. What I'm writing here? Info data. Keep quiet. Info data. What? Open. What is the file name? Info.txt. You need to create the info.txt. And what happened? I am creating a new file. That's why I am writing the X. Got it? Now, what happened? I need to add the data. Info data dot what write. What I am doing? First name Rishikesh space Bahure. And now next line slash n. Why I am doing the slash n? Next line. What I am writing? City Nagpur. And then slash n. What is the college? Suppose I am writing my college name. Got it? Now what happened? You need to close the file. How can you close the file? Info data dot close. Info data dot close. Execute this one. What will we get? You will get the info dot txt. Now see, in the info dot txt what happened? I got my information. Write down this one properly. Slash n for new line. Now I want to read the file. What you can do? Someone want to read the file. You didn't done up to here. You didn't done this one. Yes or no? Just write down this thing. What happened? Getting error? Which error? Always if you create the any file, just close this one file. Above file is closed. Always we need to close the file. Which error you are getting? Show me the computer. Increase the brightness. Okay. Show me code. Show me the code. Delete the file once. Delete the file info.txt. Delete the file. Delete. Just stop that running. Okay. This file is already open now. That's all. Info.data why you are giving? That is wrong now. Code data. Okay. Now close the info underscore. Okay. Now close. Now I'm deleting the info.txt. Okay. Now info data file open info.txt. I'm creating the new file. Writing what ekta. You are in the slash n only. This slash n. Okay. Why is that? Kite. Now close the file. Okay. Got it? Previous means that is already open. That's why. Sample file is open now. So when you create the file, always we need to close the file. Sample.txt here x. So already file. Now we can execute this one. Sample.txt x. f1.write. Just close this one file first. We have already sample file now. So that's why it is not creating new one. So if आप तो already file है तो कैसे खाओगे? अगर पेट में खाना है तो खा सकते हो फिर से? No. Now that's why now see this file is now if you execute this one now this will be created the sample file. Got it? What happened? Not a single program running. Just ask your chat GPT, just copy this one. Okay, ask your chat GPT. Open chat GPT, ask this one, okay? They will say the npm install ipy kernel. Execute that one. What happened? Close the file. What happened here? See. Now we are already have a sample file. Am I correct? That's why this is not creating. It if already you have file, how can we create this one file? No, no. So first what happened? Close this one file. Okay. So we are closing this one file. Okay, fd dot close. So now I'm deleting the sample file first. Okay, I'm deleting the sample file. Now I want to create the new file. Which one? Which file I want to create? Sample. So now we can write down the open. Then what happens? Sample dot x. There is a sample code. See. Open what sample txt dot x. Then write the data and close the file. Now you can execute it. Got it? You get the sample file. And always, if you open the file, always you need to close the file. This is not a coding problem. This is a laptop problem. How can I resolve the laptop problem? Did you install the Python? Check maybe after that you are able to select the kernel. Okay. After the installation, just restart the VS Code. Okay. Restart the VS Code. Everyone done? Everyone done? Now just try to update this one file. Add your state. Update this one file. Add your state. State and then country. Add the state and country. Update the file. You need to use the append. First one, you need to close the file. Sample.txt you are running. You are already sample.txt. Am I correct? So first one, delete this one. It will not delete it directly. So it will say this is the busy. Why? Because this file is running in a system. Got it? So first one, you need to stop the files. So where is the code? This one now. So first one, close this one file. Close. Now this file will close. Now you can able to delete this one file. Okay. Now delete it. Still busy. You open this one multiple time. Maybe that's why. Okay. So now you can create a sample one file. Okay. Sample one txt-x and you are adding the data and after that closing this one. Now so it will create a sample one file. Correct? Now same, so you need to create the info.txt. Created? Yes, good. Info.txt, yeah. But here what happened? You did the one mistake. This is the /n. I can close this file is closed now. I'm deleting this one. /n means next line. For the next line we write down the /n. Again /n. Okay. I execute this code. /n. Now this one file you need to update state and the country. What did you write down? X, A or R? X, A or W? What did you write down? A. A stand for append. So what I'm doing? See. What I'm doing? I'm adding the content. What I'm adding here? Info data equal to open. What I'm adding? Open. Now I have already info file. Am I correct? So what I'm writing now? A stand for append. So in the append, what happened? Info data dot read. Sorry, not read. What we write down? Write. And now what I want to append? New information slash n. Slash n for me state is the Maharashtra, and then country slash what I'm writing here India. Got it? And after this one I am closing the info data. Info data dot close. You can execute this one. Info data dot close. So now you can see what we get. We get the Maharashtra India added. Got it? Write down this one code properly. If I write down the W, what will be happen? Information will be replaced. Got it? Everyone got it? Now, everyone just do these changes. Everyone got the output. Now I want to read the file. How we can read? R. Just do this one. R is optional. If you want to write down the R, or otherwise there will be no issue. But WXA always we need to write down if required. R is the optional. So now what I am writing? I want to read the file. What happened? I want to read the file. So what I am writing here? Info data. What I am doing? Open. What I am doing? Open. Open info what? TXT. And what I am writing now? R. R stand for read. And then info data dot read. Info data dot read. Okay, first one read the data, then close the file. You are getting my point? Now what we are getting? We are getting the this one slash n slash n slash n. Am I correct? Now suppose I want to get the all line by line. We need to display the data line by line. For that what we can use? Everyone just complete up to here. Then I will told you. Everyone complete this one. Then I will told you. Everyone just complete this one. Then I will told you. Kavya, you can share me that video also. I think you took the video now. Share that video also. Okay. Done. Done. Now, what happened? I want to read line by line. How can I do? We use the instead of the info read. What happened? What we can use? I'm just writing the hash, and now I am writing for loop. Line. What I'm writing here? Line. Info data. What I'm writing here? Lines in info data and print. What I'm going to print? Line. What I'm going to print? Line. Line 1, line 2, line 3 up to the last one. See. Getting this one? See. What we are getting? We are printing the information line by line. Got it? This is all about the file handling. I hope everyone done with the GitHub. Everyone downloaded the Git. Everyone have account on the GitHub. Everyone have account on the GitHub. Now I will tell you how to push the entire code. Everyone done? Everyone done? Getting the output? Now the last one. We done with the how to open the file, how to read the file, how to update the file, how to append the file. Now how to delete the file. Now see, here what happened? Always if you open the file, you need to close the file also. Now which file is open here? Info data. So what I am doing? I am closing the info data. Info data dot close. Info data dot close. Now run this one. Always, if you open the file, always try to close that file. Done. Now, if I want to remove the file, suppose I want to remove the index.html. What happened? See, everyone done? I want to remove the what index.html. We don't have directly remove method. We need to import the OS because remove method present in the OS library. Got it? So just import the OS. Import the OS. Everyone know about the import? Means this is not available in the particular library. We are going to take the different library. Everyone know about the scanner class? Even there is the C programming. What we write down? If I have to write down the input output, we write down the hash include studio.io because in that only we have a print method. Am I correct? Or input method or out method. So now we don't have remove method directly into the file. That's why we are importing the OS. Import OS, then what happens? If I want to call the method, we call with the class name. What is the class name? OS. OS dot remove. Remove. And in the remove, we will give the file name. Suppose I want to remove the which one file? Index.html. Write down the index.html. And right click on this one. See. Index.html file got removed. Got it? If I want to delete the sample file, what I can do? If I want to delete the sample file, what I can do? OS dot yes remove. What we need to do? Array. What we need to do if I want to delete a sample file? What we need to do? We need to pass the argument as a sample.txt means file name. You can execute this one. See, sample file also deleted. Got it? Write down how to delete the file. Write down how to delete the file. Errand done. Everyone done? Now everyone close the all files. Now this one is important. Close the all files. Open your command prompt. Open your command prompt. Open your command prompt. And in the command prompt, check Git is installed or not. How many people done with the installation of Git? Okay. So now first one, check the Git --hyphen version. And then Git is available. Second thing, go on to the any browser, search for the GitHub. And I want the account on the GitHub. See, I have this one account on the GitHub. Okay, just check that two things. You have account or not. You have account of the GitHub or not. And then you have installed the GitHub version or not. Check this one. Everyone have Git? Everyone have Git? Everyone installed the Git? Account? GitHub account? Okay. Everyone have Git? Git --hyphen version. Space, there will be space between version, Git and version name. What is the command? Small Git space --hyphen version. Just told her. Everyone have Git? Just I will come in the 2 minutes. Everyone just install the Git if you don't have. Now see, just follow the instructions. If up to here you're getting the problem, you can ask me. Thank you. You need to create repository. Okay, I will told you. Don't worry. Perfect. Your git command prompt. Open the command prompt. Open the command prompt. Git okay, done. Okay, sit down. I can explain.
But the programs which are not taken because it's not showing.
Which program? You need to push the code now.
Yes, sir, but
First one, we did not discuss how to push the code. I will told you now. Okay. Still vary the program in our VS Code only. But you need to push that code. Okay. Sit down. Now everyone see. Just open the anyone folder. Just open the. How many students using the Jupyter notebook? Yeah, I am using Jupyter notebook now. Okay. So we can do one thing. See, create the one folder. Suppose I am creating the one folder here. What I am giving the name as the project. What I am giving the name as the project. Project XYZ. I am giving the name as the project XYZ. Create the folder. Project XYZ. Give the any name. Got it? Got it? Now open this one with the VS Code or Jupyter notebook, whatever. VS Code. Got it? Now in this project XYZ, I am creating the some files. What I am doing? I am creating the files. Suppose I am writing here main dot ipynd one file. I am just writing the random files. Okay. Now suppose I am writing here demo, or we can say front end dot py, any random files. What I am doing? I am creating the random files. Then suppose I am saying key data dot txt file. Got it? Got it? What I am doing? I am just creating the random files. Everyone done? Done? Create the any file, 3-4 file. Now open the terminal. Just go into the terminal, open the terminal. And those are using the Jupyter, open your command prompt. Open your command prompt. How can I open the command prompt? Command prompt and an E drive. What is in the E drive? What is the file name? Project XYZ. Getting this one? Those are using the Jupyter notebook. Open the command prompt. And those are using the VS Code, open the terminal. Got it? Got it? Now where is this one code? Where is this code? In a local system. Am I correct? See, in a E drive. Now what I want to do? I want to push this code into this repository. Got it? Keep quiet. Keep quiet. So now what I am doing? I am creating the new repository. Create the new repository. Click on the new. What I'm giving name? I'm giving the name same project XYZ. Getting my point? Description sample project. I'm giving the name as the sample project. I'm giving the name as the sample project. And make sure that this file will be the public. Now click on the create repository. Click on the create repository. Everyone done? Everyone done? Just take your time. Create a repository, project XYZ. Create a repository, project XYZ. Now, what I want to do, what is the final task? I want to push my code in this repository. Am I correct? For that, we need to execute the some steps. First one, we need to initialize the Git repository. So what is the command? See, you will get the command here only. What is the command? Git init. Copy this one command. Come on the VS Code. And now execute this one command. Git init. It will initialize the what? Git repository. You will get the message. Initialize empty Git repository in the Git. Got it? Now, repository is created. Now, in this repository, I want to add these files. Got it? Suppose I want to add the main IPINB. What I can write down? Git add file name. What is the file name? Main IPINB. It will add only one file. You can see it will add only one file. Add the one file. Add the one file. Added. So now see here what you are getting. Main IPINB added, but this one is the UU means untracked. So if understood you have 1,000 files, you are going to insert one by one. No, at the one time we are going to insert the all files. For that, what we have command? Git add dot space dot. So it will add the all files. Now you can enter this one. Now you can see all file getting the added. I hope getting my point. Everyone done? So what is the first command? Git init and git add. Then third one command. Don't write down the command C. This is the commitment. Git commit. What I am saying? Git commit, not the first commit. This is the message for our understanding. What I am saying? All file added. Got it? Execute this third one. Execute this third one. Just see you are getting this one output. Or maybe you will get the error. Who are you? You are getting the who are you error. Understand you with the who are you error. Below the who are you will get one option. Git config hyphen global user dot email. Getting this one? Copy this one code. First one git what? What is the code? Git config hyphen global user dot email. And in the double quote your email ID. Copy this one code. Copy this one code. Git what? Config. Don't type the code. Hyphen what? Global. Don't type the code. Just copy it. If you are getting the error only. If you are getting this output, there will be no issue. If you are getting code, git config hyphen global what? User. Just copy the code. Maybe I am writing the wrong code. Name. User dot email. So for me, what is my email? This one is my email. Maybe for you, different email. gmail.com. Got it? Got it? Command is correct. Or we need to write down the /m. See the command? Git config hyphen global user dot email. Correct? Correct na? Just write down your mail ID and click on the enter. Just write down, in my scenario I have sonumaur@gmail. Okay, click on the enter. Then second one, copy the second command, git config --global user dot name. So where you get the name? Where you get the name? Open your account. You can see for me Rishi93 as it is. If the H is capital, you write down the H is capital. For me, what is the name? For me, what is the name? Rishi93. Just check your profile name and insert your profile name properly. Check your profile name and insert your profile name properly. For in my scenario, Rishi91 is my username. Got it? Click on the enter. Click on the enter. Done? So first one, git init add commit. Okay. Now what happened? Go Edunet up to here. Yes or no? What about others? बस सिटिंग आइडियली घर पे जाके आफ्टर 2 ईयर चपाती मेकिंग राइस. हाँ सॉरी, तमिलनाडु में राइस रहता है ना. मेकिंग द राइस एंड धोइंग द कपड़ा. Okay, done. Now see, open this one, and now after this one, what happened? After git commit, copy this one command, git remote add origin. Here what happened? We are linking our git with the repository. What is the repository? Project xyz.git. Am I correct? So copy and paste this one and click on the enter. Even done. First command, git commit, git init, then git add, then git commit, and then git remote add origin. Third command, git remote add origin. Don't write down. Directly copy this one from the repository. Done. 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 After this one, what happened? You need to write down the command. Evident up to here. 4 command. Now, what is the 5th command? Above one, you need to create the branch. Git the branch capital M name. Just execute this one command. Execute this one command. Execute this one command. What is the 5th command? Git branch main. Now we are pending with the last command only. Which one? Evident done with the 5th command. What is the first one? Git init, then add, then commit, then git remote add origin, and then git -m main. And last one, copy git push u origin main. Got it? So now then your all code will be pushed toward the GitHub repository. See what happened? You will get the branch main is set up to the track. All 3 files added. 100% done. Got it? Now you can click on the project XYZ. You can see here. You will get the all file, data file, front end file, and mail file into the repository. Got it? How many students done? No one. How many students done? Done? Show me. Show me the repository. Repository. This one. Where is the code? This one. I want this kind of the file. Student repository. When you go for the any organization, you need to do this one task, because what happened? We did not store the code into the local system. They will use the repository, maybe Git, maybe Docker, maybe what happened, Kubernetes, whatever. For all processes same. Show me what the error. You execute the steps properly, done. What happened? Fatal error. Okay. No issue. Create the main branch again. Okay, now push the code. Copy this one code, paste in the chat GPT. You need to remove the origin. I am not remembering this command. Remove origin, that kind of the command we have one. Go below. Get push upstream origin. Template done. Okay. Remote origin already exists. Wait. Gotta synchronize with your browser with the with your code. Open the browser. Do you get any notification? Open the VS Code. Open the VS Code. Chalo, click on this. Copy this one code. Control C. Open the URL. Install now. What is this one? Wait. Insert your username or password. Sign in. Continue. Paste that code. Control V. Continue. Now it will work. Okay. Now it is Git bash connect with the Git. Authorize the Git ecosystem. Click there. Okay. Now allow. Again, why is saying I verify? Just authorize the visual code also. Okay, close this one now. Close this one. Close. Now push the code again. Now see. Now all code uploaded. There you open. Got it? First time it will ask for the integration. Now second time they will doesn't ask for any kind of the authentication. Done. Only 3 students. Done. I will give the new only for those students. Those put the code onto the repository. Okay. Otherwise, you need to sit here up to the 5. Just show me the code. I will mark the attendance. You can leave the classroom. Show the code. You can leave the classroom. Show the repository. You can leave the classroom. Otherwise, I will go. Show the repository. You can leave the classroom. No issue. Narendra.